my name is Mark Dolan with Realty Executives in Big Bear, and I wanted to share some information with you today that has to do with private home rentals. The title of this information video is 866 code. What does it mean? So here's what it means. A couple of weeks ago, I'm showing property to a potential buyer that I'm working with that already owns a house here in Big Bear. And one of his concerns as I was showing the home was he was looking around the neighborhood with his wife trying to identify which of the homes in the surrounding neighborhood were private home vacation rentals. And he wanted to do that because he knows, living at his other cabin that was a few blocks away, that sometimes tenants come up and they make a little bit of noise, and he didn't know what to do about it. Okay, so I started describing to him, I says, well, you just call 866 code. And if it's a private home rental and there's an issue with it, within 30-45 minutes they should take care of it. And he said, well, what do you mean? He's been up here in Big Bear for a couple of years and didn't know anything about it. So here's what that number means. A few years ago, the private home rental industry in the city created a hotline to handle issues that were relating to private home rentals, specifically looking at things as overcrowding, looking at things for excessive noise, looking for dangerous parking issues, different things like that. So, there's an existing ordinance in place right now for vacation rentals that has a purpose. And the purpose, there's several purposes actually. One is if you are a renter, that you're going to be staying in a clean and safe property for the weekend. But also for the neighbors surrounding is that these private home rentals are located in residential neighborhoods, and so the other homeowners in the area sort of deserve to have a residential way of life in their neighborhood, not to have some kind of a hotel room type of thing with lots of noise and partying. Okay, so what they created was a hotline that goes to a local number up here that is 866 code, and what happens is if you call that number to make a complaint about noise or overcrowding or trash or parking and different things like that, what you're supposed to do is call into 866 code, give them the name of the rental agency, which is these signs that I've been showing you that say 866 code on them. That's how we started this video. So you call 866 code and you say, hey, the private home rental company is blank, and that's clearly identified on the sign. It says that you should have 4 cars of parking, but there's 15 out there. Can you check it out? And so what will happen is the dispatcher will contact the rental company, and somebody from that company has to get out there within 30 minutes to take care of the problem. If not, the city sends out a code enforcement officer to take care of it. Now, that's what you do if you're a homeowner. If you are a tenant, be aware that your neighbors can call if you're not following the rules. Okay, that's something to be aware of. It's also important to know that vacation rentals are vitally important to Big Bear and the economy up here, and so they're not a bad thing. And what's important to know is that since 866 code was put into place, more than 50%, probably closer to 75-80% of the calls that come into the 866 code hotline are not for vacation rentals at all. They are for homeowners that are up that don't have to follow some of those rules, by the way, or they're friends of the homeowner that have come up to stay, or it's kids of the homeowner. So a lot of times the problems that are reported to 866 code are not related to vacation home rentals, but it still helps keep the neighborhoods quiet and peaceful. That's the purpose of it. So, whether you are a tenant, whether you are a homeowner in the area, it's important for you to know that 866 code within the city of Big Bear Lake is the number that you call to report a problem with a vacation home rental. And if it is a vacation home rental, they should take care of it within a half an hour, and the neighborhood should be back to quiet. Okay. If you have any real estate needs at all, give me a call. My name is Mark Dolan at Realty Executives in Big Bear, 909-584-2202. Hope you have a great day.